Here we go. Hey, Attorney LaConnie Murray, the small business attorney helping clients throughout the United States with trademarks, copyright, and business development solutions. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Ask Me Thursday. Today, what we're going to talk about is being a brand ambassador or a sponsor. The question is, what do I need to know before I agree to do this? And so there's some things that I want you to consider and think about as it relates to being a brand ambassador and even a sponsor. You know, we do a lot of talk on here about trademarks, and trademarks, as we said, are brand identifiers. The thing that makes trademarks so unique is that it allows consumers to make an informed decision based on your brand. And so with that information, they can decide whether or not they want to spend money with you or maybe choose someone else. And I think that right there, if you keep that in mind, because if you are thinking about being a brand ambassador or a sponsor, you probably have are growing a group of followers who trust you, who like you, that know you. Okay, so that is your brand, that is your trademark. You are your trademark. So if you're going to become a brand ambassador, you want to make sure that whatever you are promoting is in line with the brand that you've built. Okay, because people are coming to you for your opinion. They trust your opinion because of who you are. Okay, so if you are, I don't know, maybe you are into makeup. Okay, and then someone comes to you that's maybe not in line with your brand. Maybe it's like a sporting company or something. They want you to promote their fast cars, but it has nothing to do with makeup. Is that something that you really want to put out there for the sake of $1? Is that something that your audience will be interested in? Okay, if it doesn't uniquely relate to your brand, you might want to reconsider. So that's just when we talk about being a brand ambassador. It's just something you need to think about. But from a legal standpoint, let's say you decide that this is what you want to do. Now the question is, what do I do? What are my responsibilities? Because you know there are some responsibilities, because almost everything is pretty much regulated. So let's see, checking my notes. Where do I want to start? So the first thing you need to know when you become a brand ambassador is that you need to keep up, because people know, like, and trust. You need to make sure that everything you're saying is honest. You have a responsibility to your audience and a legal obligation, because they have this thing called deceptive advertising. And that's essentially what you are as a brand ambassador. You're advertising for whatever company has paid you to promote their information. So they have this thing called deceptive advertising. And if you go on there and you say something other than the truth of how you really feel, you could be in violation of that. It's a federal statute, and while there's no fine attached to it, some of the money that you earn can be taken back from you if you don't follow some of these guidelines. Okay, you guys still with me? Perfect. And so when you're a brand ambassador, and because this is about relationships, we just talked about relationships, the relationship that you have with your audience, they need to know and be able to decide for themselves whether they want to go with your recommendation. And the only way they can do that is to see if you have any biases. If you are biased in any kind of way, that might change their opinion of the product that you're promoting. So if they just think that it's you on there saying, hey, I love this makeup, and they know that you wear this makeup, this, that, and other, that's one thing. But if they know that, hey, you love this makeup because you're getting paid by this company, and even if it's still your honest opinion, if you're getting paid by this company, that might change the way that your audience views that product, and they have a right to know that. They have a right to continue making informed decisions. Okay, so that's what this whole thing is about. So if you are being paid, if you are a brand ambassador, if you are a sponsor, if you're getting something in exchange for value, even if it's free products, even if it's a chance to enter a contest or something of that nature, you need to let your audience know the true nature of your relationship between the product you're promoting and the company. So if there is a relationship there, your audience has a right to know. And you can do that. You see people all the time do things like put ads on there, hashtag ad, hashtag sponsor, or something of that nature. So you have a duty and a responsibility to do that. And if you're doing, this applies to YouTube videos too. If you're doing a video review, this applies to that too. But when it comes to videos and things of that nature, it's a little different. You need to not just put the disclosure on there. You kind of need to put the disclosure on there in a way that people actually see it. So don't just put it at the end of the video, and don't just put it at the beginning of the video, because if people kind of skip around, they might miss it. And this applies to websites. If you have a website or a blog where you review things, you need to let people know. It's not good enough to have a hyperlink that says that that you're a brand ambassador or you get paid for this. You need to let people know. You need to make it plain, and you need to make it obvious. Okay? And the third thing is continue being honest. Because if you have a product and you hate that product, just because you're paid by this company doesn't mean that all of a sudden you can say, oh, I love this product. This product is the best, is that and other. Not if you didn't like it. That's deceptive. Don't do that. And in addition to that, don't make outrageous claims. Like, let's say you're using like a skin moisturizer, okay? Maybe it's a great skin moisturizer, but don't make outrageous claims that haven't been proven by the company. Don't say that it will clear wrinkles in 3 days if the company doesn't have anything to prove that, and you're just saying that, because then you can be liable for that. So always be honest. Always let your people know that it is a paid or sponsored post. And this even includes people who are on social media, the influencers on social media, who allow people to pay them to post ads on their page. You need to let people know that this is on your page because you've been paid. You receive money to put this on your page, not just because it's something that you like and you support, but you were actually given money to put this on your page. All right. Any other questions? Let's see. Doesn't apply to free samples. If you go in the store and you got samples, or you bought something with your own money and you want to review it, this doesn't apply to that. This is for people who are looking to have a relationship with companies and with advertisers, and in exchange for that relationship gets compensated in some type of way. I think that was a pretty good question, especially with what we have going on today. You see so many advertisers going the non-traditional route of getting social media influencers to promote their products, because they know it's a quicker way to get that know, like, and trust. That's, versus having a commercial. You can get into another audience just as, you can get to another audience faster just by tapping into someone that already has that know, like, and trust factor. But with great power, like they always say, comes great responsibility. So if you are going to be a brand ambassador, or even if you're going to use a brand ambassador, maybe you have a company and you want to use someone to promote your products, you need those same things apply, and it's your responsibility to make sure that those people are doing what they're supposed to do. All right, cool beans. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. All right, so I hope that you found this information very useful. Remember, if you have any questions, you can definitely submit them to me by going to my Facebook page, which is Off the Mark IP Solutions, or you can email me at axme@offthemarkipsolutions. You can email me your questions, and we will see you next Thursday.